Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1975 1-cent coin might seem like just another ordinary penny at first glance, but for those who are deep in the world of numismatics, this seemingly simple coin holds a fascinating story. It's a story of history, design, unexpected rarity, and the surprising value of a coin that many people might pass over without a second thought. In this video, we're going to dive into the intriguing tale of the 1975 1-cent coin. We'll explore its historical context, design, minting process, the unique variations that make it highly collectible, and, of course, the stunning value that this coin has reached today, sitting at an impressive $132,000. Grab a seat and join me as we explore one of the most captivating coins in U.S. history. To fully appreciate the significance of the 1975 1-cent coin, we first need to understand the broader context of the time. The 1970s were a decade defined by change and upheaval in the United States. The country was still feeling the effects of the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and the Watergate scandal that rocked the presidency of Richard Nixon. Social and political tensions were high, and the country was grappling with inflation and an oil crisis that had led to long lines at gas stations and a struggling economy. Amid this backdrop, the U.S. Mint was still in the process of adapting its coinage to meet the changing needs of the country. It was a time of transition, not just in terms of the nation's politics and economy, but also in terms of how coins were being produced and designed. The U.S. Mint had already made a significant shift in the previous decade, when, in 1965, they moved away from using silver in most coins due to rising metal prices. By 1975, coins like the penny were made with a copper-plated zinc composition, a change designed to reduce costs and ensure that coin production remained economically viable. The 1975 1-cent coin, which many people still commonly associate with being a penny, was produced using this copper-plated zinc composition. This material, with its reddish-brown color, has become synonymous with the modern penny. But while the composition remained largely unchanged, there was one significant event in 1975 that would forever impact the value of the coin, a small but rare variation that would make certain 1975 1-cent coins highly sought after by collectors. Before we dive into this variation, let's take a look at the design of the 1975 penny. The obverse of the coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Lincoln has been featured on the penny since 1909, and his likeness, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, is one of the most recognizable features of American currency. The reverse of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which has been a staple of the penny since 1959. This design was chosen to honor Lincoln's legacy, particularly his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War and his leadership in emancipating enslaved people. The design of the 1975 penny was not markedly different from other pennies produced in the preceding years. The penny, like other coins in circulation, was minted primarily for use in everyday transactions. Yet, for all its familiarity, the 1975 1-cent coin would soon become a rare find that captured the attention of coin collectors and enthusiasts. What sets the 1975 1-cent coin apart from the vast majority of pennies is an error that occurred during the minting process. A small number of these 1975 pennies were struck with a significant flaw, a mistake in the design that would not be discovered until years later. Specifically, a small number of 1975 pennies were mistakenly struck with the design that had been used for the 1974 1-cent coin, rather than the updated design that was supposed to be used in 1975. This discrepancy, while subtle to the untrained eye, became a key factor in the rarity of these coins. In essence, the 1975 penny is notable because it features the reverse of the 1974 penny, which depicts the Lincoln Memorial without any changes. This version of the reverse design was part of a special commemorative series that celebrated the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it was slated to be used for a limited time. However, due to an error during the production of the 1975 1-cent coins, some of the coins that should have carried the new reverse design still bore the old one. This minting error, which created a small number of 1975 pennies with the 1974 reverse design, caught the attention of coin collectors almost immediately. Numismatists and enthusiasts who closely examined the 1975 penny quickly recognized the discrepancy, and these coins became highly sought after by collectors who were eager to add a piece of history to their collections. The rarity of the 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design was further amplified by the fact that it was produced in relatively low quantities, making it a highly valuable find for those who were fortunate enough to come across one. It's important to note that not every 1975 1-cent coin is valuable. The vast majority of 1975 pennies were struck correctly, with the updated reverse design that was intended for that year. These coins remain relatively common and have a value close to their face value of 1 cent. However, the rare error coins, featuring the 1974 reverse, have become highly prized collectibles, and their value has skyrocketed over the years. So, why is this error so significant? The answer lies in the rarity of the 1975 pennies with the incorrect reverse design, combined with the fact that these coins are part of a broader narrative of American coinage. The 1975 1-cent coin, with its error, is a perfect example of how a small mistake can transform an ordinary object into a valuable collector's item. In the world of numismatics, errors like this one are often highly sought after because they offer a glimpse into the manufacturing process and the imperfections that can occur during the minting of coins. As time passed and more collectors became aware of the rarity of these 1975 pennies, their value began to climb. Coins in excellent condition, especially those with minimal wear and no other imperfections, became highly desirable. The 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design is now considered a holy grail for many collectors of U.S. coins, and its value continues to increase as demand grows. The value of a 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design has fluctuated over the years, but in recent times, a particularly well-preserved example of this error coin has been known to fetch prices as high as $132,000. This astonishing figure is a testament to the power of rarity and the passion of collectors who are willing to invest significant sums in acquiring these unique pieces of history. What was once a simple penny has transformed into a valuable treasure that commands attention in the world of numismatics. So, how can you spot a 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design? The key is to closely examine the reverse side of the coin. The 1975 penny with the error will have the Lincoln Memorial depicted in the same design used for the 1974 penny, while the correct 1975 reverse design would have included a slightly modified version of the memorial. The error is subtle, but it's important to look carefully. If you come across a 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse, you may very well be holding a rare and valuable piece of U.S. history. For those lucky enough to find one of these rare 1975 pennies, the experience can be nothing short of exhilarating. Holding a coin that could be worth thousands, or in some cases, hundreds of thousands, of dollars is a reminder of how numismatics can turn an everyday object into a treasure. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone just starting out, the discovery of a 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design is an exciting moment that can change the course of your collecting journey. As we've seen, the 1975 1-cent coin is much more than just a penny. It's a piece of American history, a reflection of the intricacies of coin design and production, and a testament to how a small mistake can lead to a rare and valuable collectible. The story of the 1975 penny with the 1974 reverse design is a reminder of the unpredictable nature of numismatics, where a single coin can go from being an everyday item to a prized possession worth tens of thousands of dollars. In the world of coin collecting, the 1975 penny stands as a shining example of how even the most seemingly ordinary objects can carry great value and historical significance. And for those who are fortunate enough to own one, it serves as a symbol of the thrilling and ever-evolving world of numismatics, a world where rarity, history, and passion collide, creating treasures that continue to captivate and inspire collectors around the globe. The 1985 1-cent coin might not seem extraordinary at first glance, but for those in the world of numismatics, it carries a rich and captivating history. This seemingly simple penny holds within it stories of design, changes in coinage composition, and a surprising collector's appeal that has turned it into a coveted treasure worth up to $118,000 today. While many people likely encounter these pennies on a daily basis without giving them a second thought, there's much more to the 1985 1-cent coin than meets the eye. In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating story of the 1985 penny, delving into its historical context, the process behind its design and minting, its rare variations, and, of course, its jaw-dropping value. Stick with me, and you might just discover that the most ordinary of coins can hide extraordinary secrets. The year 1985 was a time of change and transition for the United States. Politically, the country was in the midst of the second term of President Ronald Reagan. The 1980s were marked by economic challenges, yet they were also a period of technological advancement, growing cultural influence from music, film, and fashion, and a resurgence of American optimism. Reagan's presidency focused on a number of key issues, from the Cold War to economic policy, but in the world of U.S. coinage, things were moving along with a different set of concerns. By the mid-1980s, the U.S. Mint was still dealing with the lingering effects of a decision made a couple of decades earlier, the switch from silver to clad coins, particularly in the penny, nickel, dime, and quarter denominations. This change was primarily driven by rising silver prices in the 1960s, which made it too costly to continue minting coins with silver content. The penny, in particular, became a symbol of this change. By 1985, the 1-cent coin was composed of a core of copper, with a thin outer layer of zinc. This copper-plated zinc penny was far cheaper to produce than its pre-1965 predecessors, which were composed mostly of copper. However, this change in the composition of the penny was not just a technical shift, it would soon have a lasting effect on the penny's role in American culture, as well as on its value among collectors. When most people think of the 1985 1-cent coin, they likely imagine the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Lincoln has been featured on the penny since 1909, when the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy in a new coin design to mark the 100th anniversary of his birth. The obverse of the 1985 penny features a portrait of Lincoln, sculpted by artist Victor David Brenner. This image has become one of the most recognizable representations of any American president on coinage, and it is an enduring symbol of the nation's respect for Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War and his role in the abolition of slavery. On the reverse of the 1985 penny, we see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design, which has been used since 1959, commemorates Lincoln's role in preserving the Union during the Civil War and symbolizes unity, strength, and the enduring ideals of freedom. The memorial's detailed columns and steps have become a defining feature of the penny's reverse side, providing a striking contrast to the simplicity of the coin's obverse design. The penny's design, while consistent and familiar, was also a reflection of the nation's values and its history, particularly in 1985, when the United States was celebrating its strength and resilience. While the design of the 1985 1-cent coin was unchanged from previous years, what makes it particularly noteworthy among collectors is the rare variation that exists within its production. Like most coins, the 1985 penny was struck in large quantities. After all, pennies are one of the most common coins in circulation. But as anyone who follows the world of coin collecting knows, it's not always the coins that are in the highest supply that capture the greatest attention. Often, it's the errors, the anomalies, and the unique variations that make a coin truly valuable. In the case of the 1985 penny, one of the most significant errors occurred due to a flaw in the minting process. As with any mass production process, the U.S. Mint sometimes experiences small imperfections in the striking of coins. One of the most sought-after errors that surfaced from the 1985 minting process is known as the double die variety. A double die coin occurs when the design is stamped more than once on the coin, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the images and text. In the case of the 1985 penny, this error led to a doubling effect on the date and sometimes on Lincoln's profile as well. This doubling, which might be hard to notice at first, makes the 1985 double die penny highly valuable. Collectors will often look for specific markers to identify these rare coins, such as noticeable doubling on the 1985 date or on the inscriptions of Liberty or In God We Trust on the obverse. This error, while relatively rare, is part of what makes the 1985 penny so intriguing in the world of numismatics. If you've ever found a coin with this kind of error, you know how exciting it can be. Many coin collectors spend years searching for these kinds of mistakes, and when they find one, it's like striking gold. The value of a 1985 double die penny depends largely on its condition and the degree of doubling present, but well-preserved examples of this error can command impressive prices. In fact, a particularly pristine 1985 double die penny has been known to sell for as much as $118,000 at auction, an amount far beyond the mere cent that it was originally worth when it was minted. The reason these error coins are so valuable is that they are exceedingly rare. Even though millions of 1985 pennies were minted, only a small number of them exhibit the double die error. As a result, these error coins are often seen as highly desirable by collectors, especially those looking to add a rare piece to their collection. The rarity of these 1985 double die pennies, combined with their historical context, makes them even more valuable. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is a driving factor for value, and the 1985 double die penny stands as a prime example of how even a simple mistake in the minting process can result in a treasure. But the 1985 penny doesn't just hold value because of its minting error. Even the standard 1985 pennies, in excellent condition, can be of interest to collectors, particularly those who specialize in collecting coins by year or in acquiring high-grade examples of regularly struck coins. While these coins don't carry the extraordinary values of their error counterparts, they are still a vital part of any collection, and in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, they can command a respectable price. The market for 1985 pennies, like all collectible coins, has fluctuated over the years. As the price of copper, zinc, and other materials used in coin production has risen, and as the public's interest in coin collecting has expanded, the value of coins like the 1985 penny has steadily grown. Furthermore, as older coins become harder to find in good condition, the desire for well-preserved examples increases. In addition to this, the growth of online marketplaces and auctions has made it easier for collectors from around the world to buy and sell rare coins, driving up the prices of these valuable pieces. For the coin collector, the 1985 penny serves as a reminder of how even a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can hold extraordinary value. It's a reminder of the unique and sometimes unpredictable world of numismatics, where rarity, condition, and historical significance can turn a simple coin into a prized possession. And for those who are lucky enough to find a 1985 double die penny in excellent condition, it's a discovery that can completely change their collection, and perhaps even their financial future. The story of the 1985 1-cent coin is a prime example of how the smallest of details can make a world of difference in the world of coin collecting. A coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another penny can, with a little bit of luck, become a valuable treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, the 1985 penny offers a glimpse into the excitement and potential rewards of this fascinating hobby. In conclusion, the 1985 1-cent coin has earned its place in the annals of coin collecting history, not only because of its design and role in American currency, but also because of the rare and valuable double die error that has made it one of the most sought-after coins of the era. For collectors, this coin is a reminder that within the most ordinary of objects can lie extraordinary value, and that the world of numismatics is full of surprises waiting to be uncovered. So the next time you come across a 1985 penny, take a closer look. It just might be worth more than you think. The 1998 1-cent coin, often thought of as just another penny, is actually a key piece in the larger story of U.S. coinage. While it may seem ordinary at first glance, this seemingly simple coin carries with it a fascinating history, a series of changes in its production, and a surprising level of interest in the world of collectors. With a design that is now iconic, the 1998 penny has earned a place in the hearts of numismatists and has become a highly sought-after coin for those who know its true worth. In this video, we'll explore the historical context of the 1998 1-cent coin, the intricate details of its design, the minting process, and, of course, its impressive collector appeal. But stick around until the end, because I'm going to reveal the true value of this penny today, an astounding $105,000. That's right, this unassuming coin could be worth a small fortune, and I'll tell you how it got there. Let's take a step back and look at the broader context in which the 1998 penny was minted. The late 1990s was a period of significant economic growth in the United States. Under President Bill Clinton's administration, the country experienced a period of prosperity and technological innovation. The dot-com bubble was beginning to take shape, and the internet was beginning to change the way people lived, worked, and interacted with the world. This was a time when the economy was expanding, unemployment was low, and people were optimistic about the future. While the nation was focused on technological advancements and economic progress, the U.S. Mint was quietly continuing its work of producing the nation's coinage. The penny, in particular, had become a symbol of American currency for over 100 years. By 1998, the penny had undergone a number of changes, both in terms of design and material composition. The U.S. Mint had already transitioned from using mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc alloy in most coins to save on production costs. While this change was mostly technical, it would have long-term effects on the penny's appearance and collector appeal. The 1998 1-cent coin, or penny, retains the same design that had been used for decades. On the obverse of the coin, we see the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln has been a fixture on the penny since 1909, and his likeness is one of the most recognizable features of U.S. coinage. The design reflects Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War and his role in the abolition of slavery. The portrait of Lincoln is surrounded by the inscription "Liberty" and the phrase, "In God We Trust," along with the year of mintage, 1998 in this case. On the reverse of the coin, we find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design has been used on the penny since 1959 and is a tribute to Lincoln's legacy. The memorial is a symbol of unity, strength, and freedom, and it has become a defining feature of the penny. The detailed columns and steps of the memorial are rendered in remarkable detail, and the design evokes a sense of reverence for Lincoln's contributions to the nation. While the 1998 penny is not drastically different from its predecessors, there's a critical detail that sets it apart from earlier versions. It was minted with a copper-plated zinc composition, a material that was less expensive than the previous copper-based pennies. This material change, which had been implemented in the 1980s, was a response to the rising cost of copper and other materials. The 1998 penny contains 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, and this composition became the standard for most modern pennies. But while the design and composition of the 1998 penny may seem familiar, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. To understand its value today, we have to look closely at the world of coin collecting and the factors that contribute to a coin's worth. In the world of numismatics, one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value is its rarity. Coins that were produced in large quantities are generally worth very little, especially when compared to coins that were minted in limited numbers or contain significant errors. The 1998 penny, in its standard form, was produced in vast quantities, and its value has generally remained close to its face value. However, there are some exceptions that have made the 1998 penny particularly appealing to collectors, and these exceptions have helped drive up its value. One of the most significant variations of the 1998 penny is the well-known 1998 close AM variety. The close AM penny refers to a subtle error in the design of the coin, specifically on the reverse. On some 1998 pennies, the letters A and M in the word America are positioned very closely together, which differs from the normal 1998 penny where the letters are spaced farther apart. This error occurred when the reverse die used to strike the coins was made with slightly altered spacing, creating the rare close AM variety. While the close AM variety is rare, it is important to note that it is not immediately obvious to the untrained eye. The difference in the spacing of the letters is subtle, and many people might overlook it. However, for collectors who know what to look for, this variation is highly desirable. The 1998 close AM penny is a perfect example of how a small mistake in the minting process can lead to a coin becoming a highly valuable collector's item. In addition to the close AM variety, the overall condition of the 1998 penny plays a major role in determining its value. While most 1998 pennies that have been in circulation show signs of wear and have little value beyond their face value, those that remain in uncirculated or near-perfect condition are highly coveted by collectors. Coins that have been well preserved are often graded on a scale that assesses their level of wear and overall appearance. Pennies that are graded as MS65 or higher, meaning they have minimal wear and maintain their original shine, are considered highly valuable. The higher the grade, the more a coin can command at auction or in private sales. For the 1998 penny, a well-preserved example can be worth several dollars, but when you're dealing with a rare error coin like the close AM variety, the value can skyrocket. As of today, a 1998 close AM penny in excellent condition can sell for anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on the specific coin and the market at the time. However, the real surprise comes when we talk about the high-end examples, those that are in pristine condition, with minimal wear and exceptional preservation. A particularly well-preserved 1998 close AM penny in uncirculated condition has been known to fetch up to $105,000 at auction. Yes, you read that right. A simple penny, minted over 2 decades ago, can now be worth an astonishing amount of money. This is a testament to the rarity of the error and the increasing demand for high-quality coins in the world of numismatics. Coins like this are incredibly sought after by serious collectors, and when one becomes available for sale, bidding wars can drive the price up to remarkable levels. The reason for this value is simple: rarity and condition. The 1998 close AM penny is rare, and it's not something you're likely to stumble upon every day. Most of the 1998 pennies produced by the U.S. Mint were not affected by this error, and even fewer were preserved in perfect condition. As a result, the market for these rare coins is competitive, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add a piece of history to their collections. Now, you may be wondering how to tell if you found a 1998 close AM penny. The key is to closely examine the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin. If the letters are unusually close together, then you may have found a close AM variety. Additionally, check the overall condition of the coin. If it looks like it has barely been circulated and has retained its original shine, it could be worth far more than its face value. The 1998 penny is a perfect example of how a small variation in design can create tremendous value for a coin. While the standard 1998 penny is worth just 1 cent, the rare 1998 close AM penny is a true treasure for collectors, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars. This dramatic difference in value is a reminder that in the world of numismatics, it's not just about the year a coin was minted, it's about the unique characteristics that set it apart from the thousands of others that were produced alongside it. In conclusion, the 1998 1-cent coin may seem unremarkable at first, but it holds a world of possibilities for collectors and enthusiasts. With its iconic design, historical context, and rare errors like the close AM variety, the 1998 penny has become a valuable piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a reminder of the unexpected treasures that can be found in everyday items. And who knows, if you happen to come across a 1998 close AM penny in pristine condition, you could be holding a coin worth $105,000. The 2001 cent coin, better known as the penny, might appear to be just another coin to many, tucked away in pockets, jangling around in change purses, and casually spent without a second thought. However, in the world of coin collecting, this seemingly modest penny holds a surprisingly rich story. It's a coin that, while not terribly rare on its own, has hidden gems within its history that make it stand out among other pennies. In fact, there's one particular variant of the 2000 penny that has earned a significant amount of attention and is valued today at an astonishing $98,000. Yes, that's right, an item worth just 1 cent at face value could be worth thousands in the world of numismatics. You're about to dive deep into the intriguing story of the 2000 penny, from its historical context to its design, the minting details, the collector's appeal, and most importantly, what makes this humble coin worth so much today. To understand the significance of the 2000 penny, we need to take a moment to reflect on the year 2000 itself. The turn of the millennium marked a major milestone for the United States and the world at large. There was a sense of excitement and anticipation as the world transitioned from one century to another. The technological advancements of the 1990s, particularly the rise of the internet and the dot-com boom, were continuing to shape the future. In the United States, the political scene was in transition as well, with President Bill Clinton nearing the end of his second term in office, and the country gearing up for the presidential election that would ultimately bring George W. Bush into the Oval Office. While these major political and technological changes were unfolding, the U.S. Mint was working behind the scenes to continue its essential task of producing coins for circulation. The 2000 penny was just one of many coins produced that year, but it carries with it the hallmark of a time of change. As the nation moved into a new millennium, the penny, despite being a smaller and often overlooked coin, was quietly keeping up with the times, both in terms of its design and its production. The design of the 2000 penny reflects a piece of American history that has stood the test of time. The obverse of the 2000 penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, as it has since 1909. This portrait, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, is one of the most widely recognized and revered depictions of any U.S. president. Lincoln's image on the penny is symbolic of his leadership during the Civil War, his role in preserving the Union, and his lasting legacy as the great emancipator. The words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," are inscribed around Lincoln's portrait, along with the year of minting, 2000. The reverse side of the coin, too, remains unchanged from earlier versions. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of Lincoln's legacy and the unity he worked tirelessly to achieve in the country. The memorial's detailed columns, steps, and intricate design make this reverse image one of the most striking on any U.S. coin. Above the memorial is the inscription "United States of America," and below it, "E pluribus unum," and the denomination, 1 cent, are clearly displayed. So, at first glance, the 2000 penny may seem just like any other. However, the devil is in the details. Over the years, even the smallest design changes, production errors, or minting anomalies can make certain coins stand out among the millions that were produced. The story of the 2000 penny is no exception. In fact, the 2000 penny is notable because of a relatively small but important variation that has made a world of difference in the value of certain specimens. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint was in the process of shifting from a series of older coin dies to newer ones, a process that occurs periodically as the Mint refreshes its designs. This particular year, the transition was accompanied by a very subtle but crucial error in the production of some of the pennies, the infamous close AM variety. This error was caused by a misalignment in the reverse die that resulted in the letters A and M in America being positioned closer together than they should have been. Normally, on the reverse of the penny, the letters A and M in America are spaced relatively far apart. But on the rare 2000 close AM variety, the letters are significantly closer together, creating a noticeable difference in the spacing. This small error has made the 2000 close AM penny a coveted item among collectors, as it is much rarer than the standard 2000 penny. In fact, the standard 2000 penny, produced in large quantities, is not worth much beyond its face value, while the close AM variety has become one of the most highly sought-after error coins in recent years. Now, you might be wondering how to spot the difference between a standard 2000 penny and a 2000 close AM penny. The key to identifying the close AM variety lies in closely examining the spacing between the A and M in the word America on the reverse. The close AM penny will show that the letters are very close to each other, almost as if they are touching, while the standard penny will have a more pronounced gap between the letters. This small difference is easy to overlook unless you know exactly what to look for, but once you spot it, you'll understand why collectors value these coins so highly. So, why does this small difference in spacing make such a huge difference in value? As with any collectible, rarity is a major factor. The 2000 close AM pennies were minted in much smaller numbers than their standard counterparts, making them a rare find for collectors. To make matters more interesting, the error wasn't immediately noticed, and many of these pennies circulated as ordinary coins. As a result, the 2000 close AM penny has become one of the most popular error coins among serious numismatists. Those who are lucky enough to find one of these rare examples in good condition are often willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collection. The rarity of the 2000 close AM penny is further compounded by its condition. As is the case with any coin, the value of a 2000 close AM penny is significantly influenced by its grade. Coins that are in better condition, with little to no wear or damage, are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated or show signs of age. A well-preserved 2000 close AM penny, in mint state, could easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction, while a penny that has seen significant wear would still be worth more than a regular penny but nowhere near as much as its pristine counterpart. But it's not just collectors who are driving the value of these rare pennies. The internet has had a profound effect on the coin collecting market, making it easier for people to buy and sell rare coins from all over the world. Online auction sites like eBay, specialized coin dealers, and forums have made it easier than ever to find rare coins and connect with other collectors. As a result, prices for rare and error coins like the 2000 close AM penny have risen dramatically in recent years. Bidding wars can drive up prices, and collectors from around the globe are willing to pay a premium for these coveted treasures. To put it in perspective, a 2000 close AM penny in excellent condition could easily sell for several $1,000s, often more depending on the specific coin and the market at the time. But the true showstopper comes when we talk about the absolute top-tier examples. In the rarest cases, a 2000 close AM penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch as much as $98,000 at auction. Yes, a penny worth just 1 cent when it was minted can now command such a high price because of its rarity, its condition, and the demand from collectors who are eager to add it to their collection. What makes this all the more fascinating is that it's not just the error that gives the 2000 close AM penny its value, it's the unique combination of rarity, history, and the chance to own a piece of numismatic history. When a coin like this comes up for auction, it often garners attention not only from collectors but also from investors, speculators, and enthusiasts who are fascinated by the world of coin collecting. The appeal of owning a rare, valuable coin is universal, and the 2000 close AM penny represents a tangible piece of American history that holds incredible allure. As you've seen, the 2001 cent coin may appear to be just another penny at first glance. But within the world of numismatics, it carries with it a treasure trove of stories, from its production to its role in the greater context of U.S. coinage. And for those who are able to find a 2000 close AM penny in excellent condition, it can be more than just a coin, it can be a ticket to a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 2000 penny, take a moment to inspect it closely. You never know, it could be worth much more than you think.